Good Counter. I'm your host, Roddy Too Good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Roddy Too Good. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. What a dynamite, man. What a dynamite. We already know. Started off was what an amazing match. You know, Will Ospreay, Buddy Matthews. Straight fire. Straight fire, you know. Will Ospreay, he picked up the win, but it was something very interesting. It was something very interesting. At the end of the match, you know, he grabs the mic. He said, "Man, I fought you. I fought Brody. You guys are amazing. You're very good. Very great. You guys don't need no leader." And it said, "Hey, if you ever need somebody, I'll be the man in your corner, man." Look at Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay, I feel like it's in every man's corner. You know, he is in every man's corner for real. But no, it was definitely dope. It was definitely amazing to see Buddy actually get that look. You know, him and Brody King, they're amazing. You know, the rumors is that Malachi Black is possibly on his way out. His contract is coming up, so 9 times out of 10, we already know, man. They about to probably split up the House of Black, and then they probably just gonna do their own thing. Listen, man, Brody King has been doing his own thing. I feel like out of this whole group, Buddy Matthews is probably the one that was the oddball out. I feel like Brody King has definitely been featured way more. Like, he's taking some L's, but he's putting on some amazing matches, yo. And probably him stepping out and doing his own thing will probably benefit him a lot more for real. You know, him and Buddy Matthews, them guys are amazing for real. But we go next, you know, Private Party, they come out. You know, there's like nice little, like they had some females, you know, they had the little setup with the velvet ropes, you know, the handshake with the security guard, you know, they come there to celebrate. Say, "Yo, we want to celebrate the first tag team title win in on Max and TBS." And then as they partying, you know, Hurt Syndicate comes out. You know, so the Hurt Syndicate comes out, and they was like, "Yo, man, we want to party too, MVP, man. I invented this stuff." You know, they put some shots together. They cheers. Say, "We want to he said, we want to congratulate you guys for winning the championship titles, and we want to congratulate us for taking the titles." So, Hurt Syndicate, they on the radar, man. They about to take the titles away from Private Party, yeah. Listen, man, we could be I don't know why people are upset about this. Oh, listen, man, the Hurt Syndicate are scorching hot right now. Some type of gold is necessary. Like, it is what it is. Some type of gold is necessary. Let's start with the tag team championships. Possibly they move on to get some other stuff, but listen, man. Let's just start off with the tag team championship. Private Party, y'all was cool, but I think they'll look way better with that on them. I'm just saying, man. But as that was happening, Bobby was coming in for his match with Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe, man, I love seeing him in matches. You know, win or loss, Mark Briscoe is always somebody who puts on a good match. You know, he gave Bobby a run for his money. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's Bobby Lashley, man. And the slogan is, "We hurt people." So Bobby Lashley picked up the win. You know what I'm saying? That him and Shelton, they beat Mark up after the match. Private Party, they came out to help. They had their whole little stare down. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know when this is going to happen for Private Party and the Hurt Syndicate, but I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be good to see Bobby and Shelton with some belts around their waist. I'm just saying. So let's get to one of my favorite parts of the night, the Casino Gauntlet, man. And we already know Jay White, he won the triple threat match to be the number one person to be in the match. So we had him, And then we had Hangman Page. Woo. Good little setup. Nice little setup. I ain't gonna lie. So you had him. You had Yuta. He came out. Then you had something interesting. Ricochet. Well, the fourth person, you hear whose house, and then it just cut like what? Nah, and then it goes into Ricochet. That was fire right there. He like faked everybody out because even when the music played, Hangman just eyes just went crazy. Like he got the best crazy man face in the world. I promise you. So Ricochet comes out. You know, Adam Cole comes out. Daniel Garcia comes out. Powerhouse Hobbs comes out. Roddy Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Jeff Jarrett. Now the Jeff Jarrett, when he came out, Yuta kind of like singled him out and just like attacked him before he even could get his jacket off. And not only that, he like drug him to the back of the thing, like purposely so he couldn't like do nothing. Like, and even commentary, they said, this had to be on the orders of Moxley. So because it was even weird that Yuta was in there in the first place, because we know that he's not gonna really fight Moxley for the belt. So he was just there to really sabotage stuff. But Powerhouse Hobbs picks up the victory. And he will be facing Jon Moxley at Maximum Carnage next week. All in all, this was a solid, you know what I'm saying? The Casino Gauntlet, man, that's something that Tony Khan definitely has mastered, you know what I'm saying? Giving AEW something, basically alternative to the Royal Rumble, which I think is dope. You know, so after that, Jeff Jarrett, he comes out, you know, basically as people still asking him questions about his future, you know. So MJF comes out insulting the people, you know what I'm saying, comes out there trying to get Jeff Jarrett to do his dirty work for him and saying, yo, you should be the guy that goes for the belt and win it, and when you get it, just offer me, I want to be first in line for a belt. So Jeff Jarrett obviously denies him, call him a one-hit wonder, call him a privileged prick, like threw the mic in his chest and just walked out. So probably gonna be seeing these two going at it a little bit more. So Copeland, he comes out with a promo, basically comes out with him saying like, yo, Moxley, you saying all these guys aren't worthy, saying all these guys don't have what it takes, but listen, I was the guy. I broke my neck versus Eddie Guerrero. What did I do? I still wrestled. I broke my leg against Malachi Black. What did I do? Still wrestle, and I won those matches. So he basically was like talking about he's capable to deal with anything Moxley was going to bring him. As that's happening, the Death Riders come out. Turns out it was like a nice little ambush. FTR is there. They there to help. But the return of the Bastard Pack is back. So he comes in, helps them out. They're clearly outnumbered. You know, Marina, she's also there. You know, she's going to be playing her game up in there. They beat up in there. What? Jon Moxley like chokes out Cope. He chokes him out. And then he went to his handy dandy. The old reliable. We ain't see this in a long time. The plastic bag. Yeah. Yeah, he whipped out the plastic bag, about to apply it to Copeland's head. Pause if needed. But before he could do that, Powerhouse Hobbs came and just ran off the Death Riders. I mean, this was cool, man. This was cool. You know, listen, man, everybody's gunning for the belt, man. That's how it should be, bro. The belt should be the most important thing in a wrestling promotion, yo. I don't care what's going on. Old, young, newcomers, veterans, like everybody should want the belt. Period. That's just how it should be. So we moving on to the Mariah May. She had a nice little promo basically talking about the first female Casino Gauntlet that's going to take place next week to challenge her for the belt. And As she's speaking, she was like, insulting the ladies, telling them, yes, you should dance for me, you little cretins and all that stuff. And then as she's talking, Harley Cameron pops up. Challenged her to a match for Collision. She was like, no, you're not getting a title shot. She was like, no, I don't need one. We could just go in there and just have a hot women thing. And then she was all right, cool. Harley Cameron is the GOAT, man. She's always like, you feel the wrath of Harley Cameron. But yeah, so we got that match to look forward to on Saturday. But we have the triple threat match, Tony Storm, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale. Fire match, man. I promise you, I was going to think Tony Storm was going to get it done. But I was sadly mistaken. Because Chris Statlander pulled it through and got the victory. This was a dope match. You got the 3 big names, man. The names that everybody been wanting to be involved with Mariah May. So Chris Statlander, I guess she's going to be the first one up to challenge Mariah May. That's going to be dope. Not me say that. This is for the Casino Gauntlet. But we all know that we've been wanting these names to be involved with Mariah May and her belt because everybody thinks that, they're showing the TBS championship too much favoritism where the women's championship should be. It's like, yo, man, shut up, please. Shut up. But anyway, Chris Statlander, she's won the number 1 spot for the female Casino Gauntlet. That's like a damn tongue twister, you know what I'm saying? But she won that spot. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be involved with that next week. But, man, let's get to it. The return of Kenny Omega. Yes. Kenny Omega returns. Kenny Omega is here. Very emotional moment. The fans cheering his name. Him talking about his struggles. Him talking about the sickness that took, like, what did he say? Like 2 yards of intestines away from him. Telling him when he got to the doctor, they said if you didn't check yourself in at this exact time, you possibly will be dead. Said that the first thing he asked the doctor is like, when is recovery time and when can I get back in the ring? And the doctor told him, man, listen, you'll be lucky to even have a regular life after this. So very, very emotional, you know what I'm saying? He was basically going in and saying like how this is a brand new Kenny Omega. He's not going out for revenge. He's not going out for money and things like that. So as he was saying that, Don Callis comes out. And Kenny Omega, knowing Don Callis and his tactics, he looks around, he checks and sees if it will be an ambush, because that's how Don Callis gets down. The Don Callis family will jump you. That's a fact. But so as that's happening, he was just like, before Don Callis could even get 2 words out, he was on him. He jumped out the ring, ran to him, and started beating him up. As that happened, Lance Archer, I forgot to say Lance Archer was he was also in the Casino Gauntlet. My bad, people. Lance Archer, Brian Cage, and Kyle Fletcher, they jumped on him, beat him up. And then as this was happening, Will Ospreay comes out, man. I'm telling you, man. I think Will Ospreay works for State Farm like a good neighbor. Will Ospreay is there. Like, that's what it is, man. I think he works for State Farm. So he was there. We all know the crazy rivalry that is Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. So with that being said, he's helped them. He fought off the Don Callis family, and then they had a crazy stare down, him, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. He was like, you could hear him wording him. It's like, yo, what the hell are you doing here, Chair? And he was like, yo, I'm here to save your ass. He was just going, but like, they just had it back and forth, like, because they still don't trust each other because they had that just amazing rivalry from like a couple years ago. This was like before Will Ospreay was like fully a member of AEW. He still was like repping New Japan for real. But we got some great news also, man. Kenny Omega will be back in the ring in AEW next week versus Brian Cage. So the return is official. He is back. He is back. It's going to be interesting, these stories they have him. They got Will Ospreay tied into his story. That's always interesting. Like I told you, State Farm, a.k.a. Will Ospreay, like a good neighbor, Will Ospreay is there. So he's probably going to be helping him out a lot. So it's just going to be interesting to see, man, his return. It's going to be interesting to see what they got in plan for Kenny Omega, man. You know, it's just gonna be good to see, man. I think wrestling always is great when he's back. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, Will Ospreay has come to his own, so you dealing with this whole nother monster. This ain't the Will Ospreay from years ago when he was just a young up and coming guy. You know what I'm saying? So this was a good Dynamite, solid, very very solid. You know what I'm saying? Definitely added on to some good storylines, some good matches we got. Some things to look forward to next week. Whew. Listen, man. Comment down below. Tell me your favorite moments of tonight. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. Come join the family. Come subscribe, man. We almost at 200. We almost at 200 subscribers, man. Peace. I'm out.